Good afternoon, class.
Good afternoon,
Yes,
sir.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a short lesson on military health benefits, and it's provided by TRICARE. As you can see, the TRICARE with the nice emblem. And starting out, all active duty service members qualify for TRICARE, and they also qualify if they retire from the military. Now, there's a ton of different programs you can use with TRICARE, and the most basic is TRICARE Standard and Extra, listed out on the left. And the best you can get is TRICARE Prime. Okay, starting out, TRICARE Standard and Extra. It's just a fee-for-service plan available to non-active duty beneficiaries. What that means, fee-for-service, what that means is you need something done and you just pay for it, and that plan helps you pay for it. Now, TRICARE Prime is the most affordable and comprehensive coverage. It's like health insurance, and it's really good. Everyone understand so far? Okay, so requirements and features for each. There's no enrollment required for the TRICARE Standard and Extra, and then you may have to file a claim for reimbursement, such as you'll have to pay the full amount when you go to the doctor right then, but then you can file a claim and they'll reimburse you for what the program covers. TRICARE Prime, on the other hand, you have to be enrolled to receive care, and it also includes enhanced vision and preventive coverage. That means if they find something that's wrong that could affect you in the future, they're gonna pay for it, whereas TRICARE Standard and Extra wouldn't pay for it. Also, there's less out of pocket and you don't have to file any claims. Lieutenant Commander said that he enjoys not having to do much paperwork for his healthcare, which is, we all know we don't like doing paperwork. Okay, you can scroll down a little. Okay, that's good. Okay, deductibles. For TRICARE Standard and Extra, active duty family members with the rank of E4 and below, as in the person that's in the military, E4 and below, they have to pay $50 if it's an individual, or if they're a family, it's $100 for that family. Now, active duty family members above E5, yes, above E5 pay a little more because they make a little more and they can afford a little more. So it's $150 per individual or $300 per family. And anyone else that would be on the plan is the same thing as E5 and above. Now, deductibles for TRICARE Prime. There's no deductible unless you're using the point of service option. That means you go to a place and they give you service. Now, for that point of service option, that's $300 per individual and $600 per family. That seems like a lot more, but really, it's still a really good deal. TRICARE Prime is still the best you can get. Now, active duty service members can't use the point of service option, but like I said earlier, it's free for them anyway. Now, paying out of pocket and the maximum you can get out of pocket, we'll go over that right now. TRICARE Standard and Extra is, let's see, the network provider, which is the extra option for TRICARE Standard and Extra. Active duty service members, they pay 15% of the negotiated fee after the deductible is met. That means once they pay this certain amount up here, then they negotiate a fee of the remaining tab or bill from the doctor, and then they pay 15% of that. And then the rest is paid. Okay. Yes.
For TRICARE Prime, how much is per family? Like, how much is a family? Like 4 people, 3 people?
That just, if you're married, that counts as a family. So, yes.
And why for the standard extra does it actually change amounts for the ranks? Why does it change?
Are you saying like why is it only 50 and 100 up here and 100? Because E4, the rank E4 and below, it doesn't make as much as an E5 and up. So
but like the
coverage is the same.
What you get is the same. So
Yes.
Why does that
It's just
matter?
the program is designed to help out military members, so they give a little more discount to the lower ranks because they don't make as much. Yes.
Once you pay that amount, how good is it? Like, how long is it good for?
This is per year. It's the annual deductible, so I mean, you pay that much and then you don't have to pay any more. I mean, my family's deductible is about $5,000 or $3,000, I can't remember, but we meet that pretty quickly and then everything else is covered. So, and that's a pretty good health plan. So for civilians, that's good. Just look at what military members are getting.
Wow.
Okay, moving on. Now, all others non-active duty service members that are paying outpatient and most out of pocket, they pay the 20% of the negotiated fee unless, other than the 15% as the active duty service member does. Now, excuse me, active duty family members, they pay 20% of allowable charges after the deductible is met. That means they pay 20% just like this up here. Okay, going over to TRICARE Prime. Like I said, active duty service members, $0, $0. Now, when they go to the doctor, it's $12 per visit, which is really good because you go on the weekend and it's like $150 since it's the weekend and doctors are off. And when you go during the week, it's a little less than that, but it's still a pretty good amount. And who wouldn't mind going to the doctor for $12? Okay. Can you scroll down a little bit?
To where?
Yeah, that's fine. Guess that's the bottom. Okay, now your catastrophic cap. That means how much will you have to pay overall until they just start covering you. The catastrophic meaning like really bad. Hopefully you don't have to pay that. Now, for TRICARE Standard and Extra, it's $1,000 per family per fiscal year. That means when does anyone know what fiscal year means?
No.
Okay, when you're, in basic terms, it means when your finances reset like the next year from when you've started receiving payment from your job. Okay, so they pay $1,000 per family per fiscal year, and the same with National Guard and Reserve families. They pay that. Now, retired families pay $3,000 per year because they're not in the service anymore, but they are retired, so they did 20 years or more. Now, for TRICARE Prime, active duty service members pay $1,000 per family just like before, and it's also the same. So the catastrophic cap is the same for both programs. Other than TRICARE, if you do not retire from the military, you cannot receive TRICARE afterwards. So there's something called Continued Healthcare Benefit Program. It helps the member go get an easier start back into civilian life. And what it does is it gives you continued healthcare benefits, as it says in the title, for 18 to 36 months after TRICARE eligibility ends. That means most of it is 18 months because that's just what most people qualify for. But if you're, say, the spouse of a divorced member from the military, then you get it for 36 months. It just helps you ease back into paying your own finances and paying more for healthcare. Now, any more questions? Okay, good. Thank you all for your time, and you can contact me if you have any questions.